Conservatives love Ukrainians. Americans, not so much. So I'm just doing my morning reading. It's only 7 something, and I came across this article, and it infuriates me. I'm just going to it, and I don't align myself with these people anymore. Oh, you must be a liberal. No, I'm not a liberal. I'm white, dude. I'm a white guy, straight white guy. I can't be on the left because they don't like us straight white guys. You know what I'm saying? So I got no home. I'm not a libertarian. If we ever had a nationalistic populist, I would be there, but I'm certainly not on the Republican Party or the conservatives, as we tend to think. The William J. Buckleys of the world. No, not me anymore. Anyway, somebody just showed this freaking nuts. So I subscribe. I get it on my email list. Issues and Insights. And I read this, a guest contributor. They don't necessarily represent the views of Issues and Insights. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right, so here we got David Williams, who's the chief of the National Taxpayers Alliance or something like that. Taxpayers Protection Alliance. So a conservative group. I'm sure they're headquartered in Washington, D.C. I'm sure they're funded by freaking the hedge fund managers who happen to be right wing. The whole thing's nuts. Anyway, so the headline is, we should mock or mimic French President Macron's entitlement reform. What? America should follow what they're doing in France? You crazy? So Reuters points out that Macron is under fire from protesters and political opponents because he wants to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64. 1 million French workers have taken to the streets. Good, man. 100%. American policymakers would be wise to learn from Macron's brave stance. What, next thing you know, Zelensky's brave stance. Crazy. Let's keep going down here. And then he talks about some silly stuff I'm not going to get into. But I want to show you something. In 1983, they implemented a gradual increase in Social Security, so your full retirement age is 67. All right. But Medicare eligibility is stuck at 65. All right. So what this guy's arguing is the federal government would likely raise the age gradually to make Medicare and Social Security aligned again. Once the age hike was fully implemented, taxpayers would save $20 billion per year, or $200 billion over a 10-year period. Even the flow of federally funded health insurance subsidies increased to cover low-income residents, the federal government would save roughly $100 billion. Would save roughly $100 billion, by making you work longer or pay more. $100 billion. Where's that $100 billion number come in? U.S. spending in Ukraine reached nearly $50 billion in 2022. It's actually going to be more than that, but still $50 billion in 2022. But no amount of money alone is enough to end this war. All right, so now I want to go to Issues and Insights, and oh my goodness, look at this. Here they are for the war machine. Thanks. When can we expect the tanks? Michael Ramirez. So basically, they're saying we need to focus more money on Ukraine. All right, let's keep going here. Here's mocking the German Chancellor Scholz or whatever his name is, who when Ukraine wants tanks, he's like, I see here nothing, know nothing, I send nothing, and now they're sending tanks. Here he is mocking the U.S. national, not mocking it, but he's saying, look, build back better. And see, this is just all, I can't stand build back better. But look, here is Uncle Sam carrying all this debt on his back, national debt, build back better. And yet the same guy who's doing this also wants us to fund more Ukrainian crap. I'm actually surprised they allowed this article in there because, all these, typical conservatives are big on what, because they trust the science. It's ridiculous. These guys just don't think. They have no capacity to think outside the red versus blue false dichotomy. Here he is again, peace on earth, goodwill towards, and then he sees Russia. Just the whole thing is like, let's spend more on Ukraine. As we're going to argue we need tax hikes, or we're going to argue we need benefit cuts on normal Americans who are actually paying the bill. It's just as crazy, and I'm so over this crap that I'm like, yeah, I don't want to hear a freaking doggone thing until we see some about. I don't want to hear a thing about freaking Americans getting their benefits early, or it's not entitled to them, as we're still running freaking cover for Ukraine. $100 billion this guy wants to save over 10 years. By increasing your Medicare age to 67, you're never going to get votes, you freaking... And yet we have $100 billion we just create out of nowhere and send to Ukraine. Back in April, did Biden send us money No, but they sent us smart thermostats and green energy pamphlets. Typical. Well, we gotta get them over there before they come over here. If Putin's nuclear threats work now, why not next time? So we better stop it now because next time is coming. We better get those Iraqis and Afghanistans because of the 18 hijackers with box cutters, even though we were able to, they didn't know how to fly those big jumbo jets, but they could fly Cessnas, and we found passports, even though everything was obliterated. Kind of weird, but you keep thinking that Putin's purge. I mean, so just the whole thing is just, and just what I don't understand. What is it that the Republicans? Why do Republicans want to bring the pain on their own voters? That's what I don't get. So we can ship money. We don't have the money to send to Ukraine. Money in a freaking surplus account at a local money market we just write a check for. Yet they what is happening here, man? It's crazy to me. At least the Democrats recognize we're going to spend until the empire falls. The Republicans think, oh no, we're going to spend on everybody else, but not our own people. It's crazy. I can't support this, dude. I can't support a party that's so blindingly, it's just dumb. Samuel Francis called it the stupid party. I actually think it's the evil party. At least the Democrats, look, they're evil too. They're more evil in a lot of ways than the Republicans. But at least the Democrats say, look, man, we're going to support those who support us. Ukrainians can't vote. Yeah, just had to get that off my chest. We'll see you.